Are Lazr or Luminar Technologies and Velodyne stocks a buy? So in this video, we're just going to quickly have a look and see what's going on with Lazr Inc. You can see it has a market cap of 1.7 billion and 50 million shares are outstanding. 62% of them are held by institutions. So technically, Lazr appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that this issue is outperforming the S&P 500 index. Momentum for Lazr, as measured by the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator, is waning. Okay, let's have a quick look and see if that is the case. Okay, yes, it's. That this represents momentum. Yes, it's waning. It has dropped down from over 300%. This is though it's not momentum. It's a price rate of change. Momentum will be a lower degree of that, so they're all related. So it's waning, no doubt. Graphically, we can see that. This means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and may be taking profits in positions bought at lower prices. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in the near-term trend. And then we can see Velodyne lidar Incorporated. It has a market cap of $3.4 billion and more than double what its rival Lazr has in shares outstanding, and 8% of them are held by institutions. And we can see that Velodyne appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that this issue is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for Velodyne as measured by the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator, as measured by, yes, is waning. Okay, yes, we can see that it's waning as well. It's not as strong as that of its rival Lazr. This means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and maybe taking profits in positions bought at lower prices. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in the near-term trend. So, but we can see that Lazr recently spiked to as high as 30.43, and gradually, that was in the summer. Is that a summer? Yeah, okay, that was in the spring, early spring. That was around the 9th of September 2020. That was when it reached this 2020 peak, probably its all-time peak as well. And that it declined and that reached down to about a month. It was down to $12.09, and since that time it has continued to. It presented a buying opportunity. It did, and the people who joined in must have been glad they did. And since that time it has climbed and gradually pulling back again. Its chart is much more the plot of its prices. It's much more stable, much more balanced out. As against what we have here on Lazr or Luminar Tech. Luminar Tech is just a recent. Well, it's been around. You can see it's been around since January. It's, even though of course it's a blank check company, but the merger was probably completed a few days ago, thereabout. But in any case, though, Well, we can say yes. This is expected of it since it was a blank check company, but we need to see much more balance out, much more consolidation with this. It has pulled back. It has pulled back even way below, way beyond 10%. So this is a good correction for an equity, but it's still trading above the short term and the long term trend lines, the medium and the short term trend lines. So we have this piece here written on Seeking Alpha, and it says Luminar Tech shares continue pull back on valuation concerns. It says a week ago, automotive leader sensor company Luminar Technologies went public through a reverse merger with SPAC Gores Metropolis and received $500 million in the cash deal. Earlier this week, short seller Citron Research called Luminar a sucker's game due to its lofty, well, it's not 14 billion, we can just see it's 1.4 billion, unless at some point it was, I don't think it was at any point 14 billion. Okay, unless it meant 1.4 billion, and said shares could return to $20 per $20 range. Let's see where it is now. This is Lazr, yes. Okay, so it's currently at 34 and probably at 31.99 in the pre-market at the moment. So Northland security analyst Gus Richard also weighed in on Luminar, downgrading the company to market perform with a $41 price target. Okay, yes, that's higher than where it is now, even higher than where it ever reached. The analysts think Luminar will eventually become the automotive leader once the sensors are in more cars, but notes that the market is still in its infancy. Richard estimates that the auto leader market could be worth $2.5 billion by 2025, but the analyst notes that Luminar's current costs about 6 times the value of the entire market. He says Luminar will be fortunate to capture even 1/3 of the total market, meaning the stock is trading at 18 times its 2025 sales. And it says here Velodyne, yes, Citron instead recommended the rival Velodyne for its market cap under $4 billion. Oh. Okay, so in our opinion, is any of these a buy? Well, they're all stocks of the future. As it is now, there's a pullback going on. It's still very lofty as well, and there's a lot of skepticism, and they're like, so you really have to be careful. So in my opinion, I would just say hold on, observe and watch as it concerns Lazr, and then as it concerns Velodyne, I will also say the same, because it's currently has outperformed its short to long-term trend lines. So for the both of them, it is just hold on, observe and watch and see what's going on. We hope to see more. We expect to see, or we would like to see much more pullbacks, much more consolidation for the two of them before we can conclude that it is a buy, or they are buys. For now, it's just hold on, observe and watch. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like and share. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for watching.